It's a crazy year to be a Nintendo Switch fan because, man, these leaks have been dropping left and right. Recently, a picture was dropped of the Nintendo Switch 2 controller showcasing its side-by-side view. If you look at the picture here, you can see that the SL and SR buttons have gotten a massive enhancement. One of the rectangle cutouts looks like it's gonna be the magnetic adhering clip that we've been hearing so much about. Apparently, Nintendo Switch controllers for the newer console is going to magnetically adhere to the console instead of sliding in through a rail like the original Nintendo Switch did. This second square is really up to the eye. A lot of people have been hinting at this being similar to what the Nintendo Wii had, where you could point it towards a TV and it kind of had like an IR function. People are speculating that the Nintendo Switch 2 dock is going to have an IR function that allows you to point the Nintendo Switch 2 controller at it, similar to how we were able to point our Nintendo Wii controllers at the TV or at the little bar. A lot has been left unsaid about this, but it would make sense considering that Nintendo wants to have backwards compatibility in mind, and it would help them with having Nintendo Wii for their online service. The Nintendo Switch 2 controller also takes on a mimicking look of what the Nintendo 2DS had for the Nintendo 2DS XL. It has that black and that blue function to it, a little bit thicker in size, and those rails actually protrude more out of the controller to allow for a more grippy feeling to it. So I'm excited to see this, and I really hope that this is real. A lot of people have been saying that this is a picture taken from either an employee or a manufacturer. Again, when news like this comes out, you just have to be very wary because a lot of this can be fake, but it seems we're seeing more and more of this controller and of this console than Nintendo wants to tell us right now. For those that haven't been caught up with Nintendo Switch leaks, here's everything we know allegedly so far. Nintendo Switch 2 is going to have a new dock. It's going to have its new controllers. The dock actually is a shorter variant of that dock. It actually allows the console's face to protrude more higher, and the controllers are gonna again magnetically adhere to the console. It looks like we're gonna have some type of capture related button on the right side of the controller. No one knows what this does yet, but a lot of people are speculating, again it's a speculation, that this will allow you to use your Nintendo Switch in tandem with your Nintendo Switch and your TV, letting you move the signal of the Nintendo Switch back and forth from the TV with the press of a button. Again, I'm not too comfortable with that, and I don't know if that's true, but if that does happen, that would be very interesting, and that would allow for things like Nintendo 3DS Virtual Console to exist if it was used properly. The Nintendo Switch has also had pictures of it leaked out, both pictures of the Nintendo Switch tablet and of course the internal motherboard, which has a NVIDIA related chip inside of it, and the argument online recently is if this possesses a 5nm chip or an 8nm chip. For people that aren't as tech savvy like me, basically the difference between the 8nm chip and the 5nm chip is that the 8nm chip is an older chipset with lower performance, and it's definitely a lot older, but it's more cost efficient, while the 5nm chip is something that is newer, does have a lot more performance and greater graphic power, but it is a lot more pricier to add into a console. A lot of people don't know whether or not this Nintendo Switch holds the 5nm or 8nm. People are speculating that if this Nintendo Switch has a 5nm chip, it would be on par with something like the PlayStation 4 Pro and Xbox Series S, while people believe that the 8nm chip existing in the current Switch would only give us power and pair of the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. Outside of that, we've also seen some official patenting from NVIDIA that hints at Nintendo Switch 2 having the ability to AI upscale. This basically would take an image that's not as good quality and upscale it with NVIDIA's graphics cards and DLSS performance to give us a better looking environment and to give us better performance too. If anyone has an RTX or an NVIDIA card, you're probably familiar with DLSS, and this allows you to scale back and make images look softer while still retaining some good quality and boosting performance. This is used regularly on many computers, and I don't think people should be scared about the whole AI thing because NVIDIA has been using this in their chipsets for a long time. I don't think it's something that's meant to replace art styles in games, but yet give more graphical performance and upscaling of detail for just things on the system side of Nintendo Switch. Outside of the patenting information as well, we have new news of the Nintendo Switch's maintenance update schedule. Nintendo officially released this on Twitter as of recently, and they spoke about January 8th and 9th being official official maintenance points for Nintendo Switch. A lot of people are also hinting that this may be a specific Nintendo Switch Direct date or the official announcement of Nintendo Switch 2, since Nintendo stated that they're gonna wait till March, or at least up until March, to reveal this new next-gen console. When it comes to Nintendo, I've learned that it's best to expect the worst, but you know, if you do get something good, then you should be happy for it. A lot of allegations have been flying around in terms of this being official and this not being official, so again, just hype responsibly. I still think that Nintendo Switch 2 is likely to be revealed in January, just from a personal opinion, and their release date has to be somewhere within March. Nintendo probably wants to align their Nintendo Switch 1 and 2 statistics from 2017 up to now, and they want to basically internally take these sales of the consoles and the performance of which people are buying it and put it in an easier chart to look at over time. I think that just makes the most sense, but again, Nintendo's Nintendo, and they can drop a reveal whenever they want. They could do it an hour from when this video launches all the way up until March 31st if they wanted to, and if they wanted to delay the development and announcements of Nintendo Switch 2, it's their company, they're able to do it. I'm really interested to see what this does for the rest of the year. We have a lot of action happening, and it's a very exciting time to be a Nintendo fan. I would love to know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you think Nintendo Switch 2 is going to have the power of the PlayStation 4 Pro, or maybe something a little bit less than that? Will you buy Nintendo Switch on day one, or are you going to wait and see what Nintendo Switch 2 has to offer before you actually try and go out and get it? I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. Thank you all for joining me. This is the first video I've posted in 2025, and I can't wait to keep uploading more and keeping on track with Nintendo Switch and other gaming developments as the year goes along. Appreciate your support, and without further ado, have a good one.